welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. This is going to be a meal prep for WW Blue. Any plans are welcome to make these foods, these meals. I haven't done a meal prep in a while, so I'm trying to bring that meal prep back. Got some new meal prep containers to kind of motivate me in a way, because mine were just like old and brittle and were cracking. So I got these from Target for $10. So I got my meal prep containers. I have all the recipes I want to make. I'm gonna try to keep this very easy and simple but delicious, easy to reheat up, and not a ton of effort into this, just to keep it very simple and easy for myself and for you guys. So we are gonna get started. I'm gonna just start cooking and showing you guys what I'm doing, and then of course, if you can't really follow along through the video and you need the recipe, make sure to check the description box below. That is where I will leave the recipe for all of the meals I'm gonna be making for you guys. So I got my coffee in hand and we're gonna start cooking. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not. I would love to have you here, and let's just jump into our meal prep for the week. Okay. Alright, next I'm going to add the minced garlic. I'm just adding it directly into the mason jar. I'm doing like 1 1/2 tablespoons. I like it really garlicky. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of syrup. That's all I like, just a little bit of sweetness. So just 1 tablespoon of that. And then next I'm just going to place all my onions in here, just stuff them in the mason jar. And then next we're gonna do 1 whole cup of white wine vinegar. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Then I also like to do some water. So I'm going to do 1/4 cup of water. There we go. Then we're going to place a lid on and just kind of shake it up. Then we're going to place it in the fridge, and it is going to pickle and get nice and soft. And then this will be, I'll probably drain a little bit of the liquid out because this is going to shrink down quite a bit. I'll drain some liquid out and then leave the pickled onions in here and add it for my topping. Super, super easy. Alright, next we're gonna make my favorite meal and my husband's favorite meal. It's our Bulgogi ground beef, but I am gonna be changing it up just slightly. I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different from my original recipe, just to keep it lower in point. So I'm eliminating sesame oil, but I am gonna be adding hoisin sauce, and that has quite a bit of points in it, but you only need very, very little of this. So that's what's great about it. It's so thick, it's almost like a paste, but they call it a sauce, but it reminds me of a paste. So you don't need much. You can mix it with soy sauce, which is what we're gonna do, and some green onions, and make bulgogi beef. And then I'm gonna have that with a side of cauliflower rice and peas. Yeah, that's all. And then I serve it with lettuce cups. It's delicious. And you can also just serve it in a salad if you want to make like an Asian salad with wonton strips. Is really good. We've done that before. You could serve it with white rice, but instead I'm going to be serving it with cauliflower rice to keep it low in points for a lunch option. So yeah, let's get to cooking that. So I have my beef in the pan, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what I'm doing with my beef. I like to cook it first, and then I'm going to drain it and rinse it with water. So actually, rinse and drain with water. And that is the like rinsing your beef method, where it's going to take away all the fat and oil pretty much. That's a new method I've been following. My mother-in-law told me about. A lot of you guys mentioned in the comments in one of my videos when I asked about it if you did that and if you felt like it worked. A lot of you said yes, so that's what we've been doing. So I'm going to cook this down, pretty much cook it all the way through, and then get a drainer and rinse and drain all the oil and fat from the beef so that it's leaner. So you won't want to add any of your seasonings or sauce during this time of cooking. You want to just cook that beef, and then we're going to rinse and drain it and then pop it back into the pan for the sauce and the seasoning. All right, another trick is to rinse it with hot water. Don't rinse it with cold water because then the fat will just harden. You want to rinse it with really, really hot water and just rinse it thoroughly. You will see all the oil and fat come out of the drain or out of the colander. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. For seasonings, we are going to do black pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of ground ginger, a pinch of red pepper chili flakes. This is optional. If you don't like heat, eliminate this. We're gonna add some green onions. Ooh, one just fell in there. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. Just spread that around. And then we're gonna use that same tablespoon because there's still sauce in there. And we're gonna do 2 tablespoons. Actually, we're gonna do 3 tablespoons because this is a lot of beef. 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. And just mix that all together and let it kind of cook down. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up my cauliflower rice in the microwave. All right, I have the peas and cauliflower in the same pan we cooked the beef in, and I'm just gonna let that get nice and cooked down and crispy as I possibly can get it, and then that will go as the side with the bulgogi beef. The beef is ready. We have that here, and the cauliflower and peas are ready. So I'm gonna do 1 cup for Joey. He's gonna have 1 cup beef. Is that good? 1 cup?
Yep, that's good for me.
Okay, so these are Joey's 1 cups. And then I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup of beef. Okay, and we still have some left over, so that's good. I'll probably just put that in a separate container, not with this. The cauliflower rice, we're gonna kind of measure that out. This is 0, so it's not, doesn't have to be too precise. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of green onions to it. Some fresh green onions. It's done. Now we left this side open because we're gonna have this with lettuce. So this side's open because we wrap it up in lettuce wraps, and I'm not gonna put the lettuce in here. We'll just have that freshly made. So there is the first meal, our bulgogi with cauliflower rice and peas.
And that's looking pretty good.
All right guys, for the next meal prep meal, I'm gonna be making barbecue chicken, potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. So I have a thing here of diced up chicken breast, 3 chicken breast, and then for my sauce of choice, I'm doing sugar-free, sweet and spicy. And then for our veggie, we're gonna have these shredded Brussels sprouts from Bird's Eye that you just heat up in the microwave. And then I'm gonna be making some potatoes. So I have 3 potatoes here. I might add more. I have a variety of potatoes, so we'll see what I end up coming up with. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is honestly so easy. The longest thing to take is probably honestly the potatoes and the chicken, but it's just throw it in the pan with some sauce and you're good to go. Go ahead and add your chicken to the pan. And then I like to let my chicken cook down all the way. So I'm gonna cook this chicken, and then once it's done cooking is when I add the sauce, so that the sauce doesn't just melt through and then there's like no chunky yummy sauce. So that's how I like to do it. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of seasonings, just salt, a little bit of salt and garlic powder. Let that cook, and then we'll add the sauce once it's done. I went with boiling the potatoes, so I like to put them all in water so they cook evenly, and then just let it boil and cook for about 15 to 18 minutes. So we'll have boiled potatoes, and then microwavable, easy shredded Brussels sprouts, which are done. So I'll just let those kind of cool down and sit out while I wait for this to cook. All right guys, now I'm gonna turn the heat off and I'm gonna add 1 cup of sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, the sugar-free G-Hughes. Keep it nice and low. And points, it will have points because I'm using so much, but I really love like super sauced chicken. I feel like it's just necessary. So I just kind of turn the heat off so it's still pretty warm, and I just mix this barbecue sauce in with the chicken. All right, now it's time to season and butter these potatoes. I'm using, I can't believe it's not butter spray, which is 0. So just spray a little bit in there. And then we're gonna add some sea salt, black pepper, a pinch of garlic powder, Alright guys, for breakfast I'm making strawberry PB Fit, so strawberry peanut butter overnight oats. I'm only going to be doing 2 because I'm the only one who eats this and I can't have oats every day because I just get burnt out on the same thing. So I'm only going to be making 2 of them, but I wanted to show you this recipe. A really quick and easy breakfast that's really filling and delicious. So I'm going to show you how I make this. Okay, I first lined the container with strawberries. I just put enough in there to line the container. Let's just add frozen strawberries. I let them defrost for like 5 minutes so they're not as frozen. I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of quick oats. Just pour that right in there. You can use old-fashioned or quick. I don't think it makes that big of a difference, besides maybe a little bit in texture, but that's about it. So add your 1/2 cup, then take any kind of PB Fit that you have, whether it's PB2, PB Fit, PB Chocolate. You can use whatever you have on hand. And I'm just gonna add 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. And I'm gonna take 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And then 1/4 cup water. 1/4 cup water. 1/4 cup water. Give it a good mix. And if, depending on how you like the texture, you can add more water if you like it more runny. But if you like thick oats, then I do the 1/4 milk and water. But if you want to add a little bit more, maybe like 1/3 cup for more liquid oats, you can totally do that. But also in the morning, I like to sometimes heat this up and then add like a little drizzle of the unsweetened vanilla almond milk on top, and it's so good. So that's probably what I will end up doing if I don't eat this cold. It's good both ways. It just depends like how I feel when I wake up, what I want. And then next, I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of sugar-free maple syrup right on top. Sweeten this up. There we go. So there you go, super easy. And I will have this 2 days out of the week. I'll have some oats for breakfast to kind of change it up from eggs. All right, so here we have it. We have 2 overnight oats. We have the barbecue chicken, potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. And then we have bulgogi beef with cauliflower rice and peas. And then I also have the pickled onions in the fridge. Alright guys, that is it for this weekly meal prep. I made enough for me and Joy for 2 nights, which is what I like to do because I like variety. I like to not have the same thing every single day, but at least I know 2 days out of the week I don't have to worry about cooking, which is so nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and these recipes. These are super easy, they're microwavable friendly, and I will leave the recipe in the description box for you guys so you can make it at home. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Is this not so satisfying to you guys to see these stacks of food like prepared?